Welcome back to our series, 10 Lessons from Doing Virtual Events. This is Roberto Monaco here, and I'm so excited today to talk about lesson numero cuatro, which is this one, plan for the unexpected to achieve the unthinkable, okay? Plan for the unexpected to achieve the unthinkable. I want to focus on the word unthinkable for a second here. So many, as a chiropractor, there's a massive opportunity for you to help a community right now. And a lot of times when you're doing a seminar, for example, online seminar, a webinar, or a virtual talk, people think like, oh, I want to hear this doctor talk about health. They think they know, but they haven't experienced your power. They haven't experienced the power of your message, and they haven't experienced the power of chiropractic. That's why when you plan to handle the unexpected, your audience can actually experience this unthinkable, like this wow, to have a wow experience and become your patients. Because in his or her mind or their mind, they'll be like, well, I heard this doc. I was going to go to this presentation thinking like, well, it's going to be okay. But man, I wasn't thinking that she was that good. I wasn't thinking the message was going to be that powerful. Follow me? So that's the idea here. And I wanna talk, the reason this is a lesson, a big lesson for me, is because we all know about the Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I'm sure if you're a doctor of chiropractic and you've done your lunch and learns, your stress talks, your webinars, your videos, your patient orientation classes, your group doctor reports, you know that if anything can go wrong, will go wrong. I didn't come up with it. And that's not like a self-fulfilling prophecy. As a speaker myself, I have done over 4,500 live talks, thousands of videos, just one-on-one video. I recorded 1,600 videos. I don't know, probably like 3,000 or 4,000 videos. And I know that sometimes when things we plan to go wrong, things gonna go, they're not gonna go our way. And I have a quick story that I think is gonna illustrate the point. Years ago, I was living in San Diego, California, and my wife and I, we love kombucha, love kombucha. And one night, I got this bottle of was a grape kombucha, and I take to my bathroom, and I remember to my bedroom, sorry, and I remember I was taking the kombucha, and all of a sudden the bottle dropped, fall on the floor, and when the bottle dropped, and it was just like a movie. Everything is low down, and I look, and I saw the bottle of kombucha just dropping, and I'm thinking super fast, man, I gotta grab this bottle, otherwise I'm gonna make a mess in my room. So as the bottle, everything is low down, right? As the bottle is falling, my head's going down because I want to grab the bottle on the floor, and just like a movie, right? The bottle goes like this, of a kombucha goes like this. Boom, hits the floor, boom, and the whole kombucha explodes like right straight up as my head and my eyes are going down like this. So imagine, that's why the Murphy's Law, if you can go, it's impossible to duplicate that scene. Drop a bottle of kombucha perfectly like this, and I'm going down, my head's going down with my eyes open, and the kombucha perfectly explode in my face. I start like crying, like, I'm blind. My wife came running to the bathroom. What happened? And literally, I was laying down on the floor. My eyes were burning because the kombucha has alcohol, right? Some kombuchas do. And I was like, oh, I can see. And the whole room was a grape kombucha, was a mess, right? Murphy's Law. Another quick example of Murphy's Law in the speaking scenario happened 2 months ago. I was doing a presentation, was a hybrid event, which was like maybe 20, 30 people in the audience and 170 to 200 people online. And we go in, as I always do. I always check everything. And in that specific presentation, I was using PowerPoint. So I go in, I check my PowerPoint. I want to make sure it's good. And everything was working. And then, I don't know, after 15 minutes, they introduce me. I go in, I'm speaking for 90 minutes. Obviously, again, Murphy's Law, PowerPoint's not working. And I'm, like it's not working. And now you have, I don't know, 100, 200 people online, 30 people in front of you. What do you do? Keep going. Now, I always have an exercise ready to go, always, because that happened so many times in my career that I always have an exercise ready to go. If I have a talk or a message I want to give, and if for some reason I'm using slides and slides they don't work, I have something prepared already. It's an exercise that I do. Anyway, no problem. But when it comes to virtual events, as a chiropractor specifically, what are you talking about virtual events, Roberto? Well, if you're doing patient orientation classes, if you're doing an advanced class online, if you want to do a webinar, if you want to do your own 2-3 hour health event and invite how to have your best year, your healthiest year ever in your community right now, is an amazing time. It's an amazing time for you to do it. And doesn't cost much, but I want to make sure you can focus on your presentation, your message, instead of about worrying about what could go wrong. Okay, so I just want to share a couple things that I did for my, specifically 4 things that I did that I want to share with you when you do it, to give you peace of mind so that you can deliver a message really powerfully so that you can serve more people. Very simple. So when I start doing my classes online, I've been doing this class since 2009. It's called Influencing from the Front. A lot of chiropractors came, and now I'm doing the class online. The first one that I did, I remember the morning off, I woke up, and it's a 12-hour day on Friday, 12-hour day on Saturday and Sunday. I woke up super early, and my internet in my office was down. And I'm like, my heart was like, man, I had 80 plus Chiros registered. I'm like, dude, what happens if I don't have internet? I mean, literally, what happens if I don't have internet? It's not like a webinar or it's a seminar. It's like 3 days. And then within half an hour, the internet came back. Everything was fine. But I'm like, man, I don't like the feeling. So a week later, one of my neighbors who does cybersecurity, he came to hang out. And I actually and I asked him this question, right? Because he knows internet. I said, hey, buddy, what happens if my internet goes down? Right? And I was telling the story. He goes, do what big companies do. And I'm like, tell me, bro, I know you work with big companies. What do they do? And he said, simple. They just get another provider. And I'm like, duh, so simple, right? So now I do a lot of virtual events. That might not be your case, but I do a lot of virtual events. So now I have 2 internet. I have Comcast, my main internet, and I have my backup. I have my AT&T. And then if things go, most likely they're not going to be down at the same time. So now, all the stress, the fear, the uncertainty, the nervousness, the down anxiety that some people may experience is gone. I mean, it's gone. It's not there. Right? Super simple. Now, I know as a doctor, maybe you're thinking, Roberto, what happened if I'm doing a webinar and my laptop stopped working? You know what you're going to do? Borrow your wife's laptop or your kid's laptop. Now, when I do my virtual events, super simple. I have 2 laptops. And I'm thinking, if one goes down, guess what happens? I'm going to use the other one. Again, so now I have double internet. Now I have 2 laptops. I'm good to go. But I know some of you have been thinking, Roberto, what if the Zoom goes down? I'm actually doing a webinar and the Zoom goes down. Now, that might be a problem for sure. Now, I've been using Zoom for a long time. And they just had one, as far as I know, they just had one big outage. Was maybe like, I don't know, was maybe half an hour outage. And if that happens, here's a solution, okay? Use Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, that obviously depends, depending on the event that you're doing. But for our classes, one of the things that I noticed, and I'm like, you know what? Zoom usually is pretty reliable. But if in the event there's an outage with Zoom, which is really, really rare. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna instruct all the participants, hey, if Zoom goes down, which it doesn't, if it goes down, go to our private Facebook group. I'm gonna be streaming from there until Zoom comes back. Now, the likelihood of Zoom is down and Facebook is down is like almost impossible. But in that case, I'll say, oh, the third option is super simple. I can do a private live streaming using YouTube. Send the link. Now we're good to go. So you see, once you have you plan for the unexpected, then you can create an experience for your audience. So that way I address my internet, I address my computer, I address the platform, and the last thing that I did is it kind of is almost silly, but I get people asking this question all the time. What happens if my slides are not working? What happens? Well, know how to deliver the class using the manuals only. In our class specifically, and that's something that I noticed in chiropractic in general, is that most of the doctors, they spend a lot of time, quote unquote, working on the slides, thinking that is working on the talk. The presentation, the slides, they're two different things. The presentation, the slides are not going to leave the message for you. People can read. If people want to just read it, they can go to Google. They don't need to show up to your webinar. You're not there in a webinar or your online seminar or your patient orientation class to read slides. Yes? Because they can go and get a book, go to Google and do their own research. You're there to create a transformation experience because you don't speak to inform, you speak to transform. That's the idea. Now, when I teach our clients, you outline your presentation. You outline, and then if the slides are going to add to it, then you can use the slides. But one thing that I want to be super clear, you don't need the slides to be effective. In our class, for example, one of the things that I decided to do, we use we print out 150-page manual that I sent to the attendees for our class. They print it, they have it, and I know how to conduct a really powerful experience following the slides. Does that make sense? So you can do a handout. So you always, obviously, if you're doing a virtual presentation, most likely you have no problem with the Zoom, no problem with the slides. But in the event your PowerPoint that day is opening and closing, or keynote's not working for some reason, and instead of getting stuck, then you just go do a little talk. If you have an outline that in a Word document, then you'll be good to go. So in my experience, part of I call the funda, fear, uncertainty, nervousness, doubt, and anxiety. Fear, uncertainty, nervousness, doubt, and anxiety that a lot of speakers and chiropractors, unfortunately, they experience when doing videos, live videos, webinars, online seminars, virtual talks, whatever. Traditional public speaking is because they have these things in the back of their mind. What if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened? So I just gave you here ideas when you can address that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, we have an upcoming class in January for chiropractors. It's amazing. There's a link below here. And also, just for watching this video here, I want to offer you a free, did I say free? Yeah, a free gift. Here's some information for you. Hey, doctor, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I want to give you a free, did I say free? Yes, a free gift. We have a course called The 10 Beliefs of the Master Presenter. Because you and I both know that every behavior is belief driven. And something that I learned in my career, 18 years doing this, going to 19 years doing this, is that the best communicators, speakers, influencers, they just have different beliefs than the ones who can move an audience into action. So in my career, I collect these most powerful 10 beliefs, and I record a video talking about these beliefs, and also I record another video with the application of the belief. So in this free course, when I give it to you, you're gonna get 20 videos plus an awesome ebook for you to become an even better communicator, influencer. And I hope that you use this information to bring more people to your practice. You can help them, serve them at the highest level possible. All you have to do is to find the link, use the link below here, and sign up for your free course. Okay? Don't speak to inform, speak to transform, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy holidays to you and your family, and talk soon. Bye-bye.